so many people was like, "This is a lie. This is a witch hunt." Niggas was using them kind of phrases. I'm like, really, nigga? Like, who the fuck make up shit like that?
Today,
the only shit where you can use like all that shit like stealing money, don't be the kind of rumors that you can be like, all right,
this is Matt.
When they come to that kind of stuff, man, ain't nobody throwing it out some bullshit.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now Hall to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Here's Fields. And able to find Allen Lazard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come in for their first possession. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
Remember when the conversation was, is Joe Flacco elite? Well, at one point, he was elite enough to not only win a Super Bowl, but be named the MVP of that game. And for a time, one of the top-paid quarterbacks in the league. Not bad for a young man who transferred to Delaware from Pitt while in college. This guy has had a great career, not many chances now to lead an offense, but still capable if put on the field.
And it took him 4 months to do something. Literally, he came in here and did this shit in 3 minutes.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for first. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 10 yards there on the Bengal first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get that field, get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Eluding the pressure right. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8. It's scooped up by the Jets. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Throwing here on first down. Flacco. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the gun, Flacco. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying for it with P-Ryan. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. First down, they go back to P-Ryan. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Parker, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent game and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Will McDonald. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one lines up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Here's Flacco. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So on fourth down, on is Evan McPherson in the Bengal field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing in 7-3. for 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down, Fields. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Here's Williams to return. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. In motion goes the tight end. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Fields throw here pulled in by Lazard. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down. Fields now to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Fields. That is caught. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Josh Reynolds, 52 yards. And the Jets are able to extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Flacco here on 2nd down. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Flacco's throw there complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Slot man moves right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now Flacco. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
First
So
down.
5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 3rd down, it's P-Ryan. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Flacco looks to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. Flacco. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. Across the line into the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Ruckert. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this will stay a 4-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trying out to try and run for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Flacco. Open man is Chase, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. Operating off play action, Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. This is Brown going up the middle. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and 1 to the yard.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end and let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On second down, P-Ryan. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
P-Ryan is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Back to throw. Brown. And that is called. The back judge right there to say incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. Flacco. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been in a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
They're going to look to throw on 4th with Flacco. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Now 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 5. Back to throw. Fields. That's complete right side to Lazard. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Fields on 1st down. And a completion to Wilson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a 2nd and 6. Throwing again is Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Reynolds. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. That's caught left side. Ruckert with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 3rd and 2, Fields. A nice little juke. Still fighting for more. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Flacco's throw taken in here by Chase. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our down.
Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. Third quarter, here we go.
As the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gotti.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengal offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. An inside give, Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And to find the open man, that's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And Chase will go in motion left. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, Fields. This pass out wide to Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. A give running right is Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Fields. Ruckert hauling it in on the out route. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
There's a fake on the Jets sweeping instead. A give to Hall up the middle. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. No motion, the tight end across the formation. Hall again on 2nd down. Oh, nice move. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. On the ground with a tight end. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jeremy Ruckert from 3 yards out. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And all of that was capped off by a Jeremy Ruckert touchdown catch. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8. To pass, Flacco.
Oh my
And that is going to be
fucking
incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over. The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to get.
And he works free. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set very well for the rest of the drive.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson Wilson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys and trying to wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Flush to his right. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Flacco. Now a short one to Gesicki. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the gun, Flacco. Got a man open, it's Chase. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Once more, it's Flacco.
God damn, he hit this?
Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Flacco. He will find his man Chase complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chase Brown scampering home for 19 yards out. And the Bengals go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Paul on to give up the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Yeah, he is out of bounds inside the 35. the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll go again with Hall. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Yeah.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. The Jets on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Fields. Dropping this underneath with Herbert. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Francisco. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles usually the one to run stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Flacco's throw caught by Higgins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Trying for it with P-Rod. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Play action. Flacco. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, throw it into the end zone, and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
11 more on that one and another first down. Passing play, Flacco. He's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They go pass again with Flacco to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
We're set to begin in just a little bit. Folks, we appreciate you joining us. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button.
2nd down, Flacco now. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Flushed out right. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Flacco here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete.
This man
Took a
dropped
pretty good
every
shot as he
fucking
tried to
pass,
pull that
bro.
one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. 3rd down, Flacco from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Flacco will take to the air again. They'll run the screen with Moss. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Up the middle, here's P. Wright. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now they're in the hurry-up. Hand off here for P. Wright. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal, they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, here's P. Ryan. Able to get a couple.
God, bro!
Across the plane.
Get in the goddamn end zone, fam!
2nd and goal from the 1. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Flacco keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to think about the quarterback might actually keep it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And New York set to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we got to make
That's where the Bulldogs will start their offensive position. team and that brings us to our keys to the game, brought to you by the Tire Depot. The keys to the game for the Terry Bulldogs. Number 1 is to finish in the red zone, as we talked about earlier. Number 2, stay in victory for the Bulldogs have not been too bad off of injuries this year. You want to maintain that. And also, one of the penalties that is what has caused the Bulldogs to not be as successful in the red zone. Some penalties coming up. Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Tire Depot. Mosby occupies the gun. He hands it off to Baker on the right side. Breaks a tackle, but he is taken down. There's no gain of victory over Tire Depot, where traction meets trust for fresh tires. The best service. Tire Depot keeps you rolling strong all season long. Stop by Tire Depot, your hometown pit stop.
Y'all so full of shit, bro.
With the ball at the 43-yard line. They lost to York on the play, a 2nd and 11. Let's begin to play call. Communicating with Ron. He's got twins to the left. The one to the right with Baker in the backfield.
It's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Step back, Busby. Makes the handoff, pass across the middle.
Timeout as they'll talk things over
just a
prior to
little
this
bit. It's going to be an
upcoming
incomplete
second
pass,
down play.
bringing up 3rd down. Busby was able to find George a couple times last game, one time for a touchdown.
Here's Hall again.
That one was incomplete. 3rd down and 11.
Over about the 49-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the
Trips to the right at one of the lines. Gibson is the approach receiver on the left side. Busby in the shotgun with Baker as immediate left.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right.
Busby trying to catch Jimmy off sides, wasn't able to that time. Now to go from the sideline for the play
They
call.
will be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This late in the game, Charles,
Busby
maybe seriously have to think
making the
about
play call here.
especially where they are in terms
And now
of
we're going to
position,
see
because this is almost like no man's land.
Hill on the field as that's a delay a game against the Bulldogs, which is leaving 5 yards back. 3rd down and 16. We're going to be seeing here for the Bulldogs from their own 38-yard
Go
line.
for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
the field
This
position
Jim
game
Hill
such an
team this
overlooked
year
facet, Charles, in
has
an NFL
struggled on
game,
the
but this
offensive
offense
side of the ball, but on the defensive side of the ball, they've not had
An
that
ideal
as
punt,
many
it leads
struggles.
to that term
They've actually
complimentary
stopped
football.
other teams a decent
Them
amount.
doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And that's to the left sideline.
With the Bulldogs, Busby back to throw short pass to Baker, and he's got the screen. Along the far sideline, hit down the foot race. He's making a move. He breaks a tackle inside the 20. He cuts to the middle. He's got green, baby. And the Baker man checks to the end zone for 6. And when there is a flag in the backfield here against the Bulldogs, and that is not good to see. I think we're going to see that flag against the Bulldogs here. As we did see the screen pass to Baker. And we're seeing the flag in the backfield.
Tough catch, but in this
This one's coming back.
those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take me out because it was a tough catch. You need him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now Flacco. He's going to let it fly. A fight for it, and this is...
Damn!
Decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how he stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
And Gibson went up and got the 50-50 balls, which Gibson is so good at. And he pulls it in at the 34-yard line in Jim Hill territory.
just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm
10:33 to go in the first quarter. How about that from the Bulldogs and Barnett's body shot first down. And a nice pass over the top that was pulled in by Braden Gibson.
Say so long from Cincinnati.
Now Busby in the gun with Baker acting as the tailback. Colin Gowdy going to come out of the ball game. Step back, Busby, toss to Baker. Baker finds a hole. Baker through the middle. He avoids the tackler, breaks a couple tackles, pushes down to the 25-yard line. And I think they're going to spot him at the 24. And he may get the first down. And I think they're going to call him short there. So second down and 1 with the ball at the 25-yard line. And the Tigers are going to opt to call time. Folks, that'll take us to our first time-out break of the ball game. The Jim Hill Tigers call it. I'm Charles Williams. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network.
What drop, bro? Every pass he dropped.
Busby in the shotgun, twins to the right and one to the left, and Baker acting as the tailback. There's the handoff, and Baker going to get behind the screen here, push his way down nearly to the 20-yard line, but he's going to get the Barnett's body shot first down. They're going to stop him at the 21. First down, Bulldogs. And Barnett's body shop and Byron Collision Repair you can count on. When your car takes a hit, Barnett's gets you back in the game fast. Quality repairs, hometown service, that's Barnett's Body Shop. Proud supporter of Terry Bulldogs football. Twins to the right and one to the left for the Bulldogs here. Busby in the shotgun with Baker does immediate right. There's the step back to Busby. He's got some time. He's going to air it out to Gibson in the end zone. Touchdown, Terry. What a beauty from Busby to Gibson once again. And that was 2 passes from Busby to Gibson, and that time it finishes in 6. And how about that?